Yo, what's going on? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's good? So I got an email from a subscriber, and this one says, I understand that men want to provide and protect women. Women want men to provide and protect them. It is why we text, call, and email men to connect by asking questions, and that means text, emails, and calls. She is trying to figure out if he is right for her. How does a woman show that no pressure attitude, but connect with a man without text, emails, and calls? If there's no communication, how does he know she's interested? All right, so basically you want to sort of know how to, interact with a guy and let him know you're feeling him or whatever, but at the same time, you don't want to do too much where it feels like you're putting pressure on him or you're sweating him too much to where he's going to be like, yo, this girl is, just way too needy or whatever. I gotta get out of here. You understand? So you want to sort of find that balance, right? So the thing is this, you got to understand that men are different. We communicate differently than women do. You understand? So you're trying to call him and text him and, and sort of get a feel for him and try to connect that way, right? But a lot of times guys will just sort of interpret that as, you sort of being way too pushy, being too needy, being the type of girl who he might see as, oh, well, she's looking to jump into some relationship super quick or whatever. And that's what makes guys kind of like back off in certain cases, right? Now, if a guy really, really likes you, he's not going to mind if you text him or call him or whatever here and there. But it has to be sort of here and there. It can't be like you're texting him every day, especially if this is a guy you just met, just started dating. You maybe went on one date or two dates and you're checking up on him, texting him every 5 minutes. And that's going to make him sort of want to be like, let me chill for a second, right? Because the thing is, you were saying that men want to protect and provide for women. Women want men to protect and provide for them or whatever. But a lot of times what you got to understand is that a man doesn't necessarily know or feel the need to provide and protect a woman unless he is into her to the point where he wants her to be his girlfriend or wife or something like that. You understand? Like if he's just dating, that feeling isn't really there. You understand what I'm saying? It's not that serious at that point, right? And so the thing is, what I would say to you is that if you want to text or call him, just to, to hit him up to see what's going on, you can do that once in a while. And what I would suggest to do is that if you do hit him up or text him, it's better to, text him or call him or whatever to sort of see, like, hey, been thinking about you, wanted to know, like, let me know when you're free so we can get together again. And that's it. You understand? Like, you just got to keep it short, sweet, and simple for the guy. Maybe you do that maybe once every week or two or something like that. But what I would suggest you do is that in a lot of cases, if a guy really likes you, all you need to do is to wait on him to hit you up to plan the next date. Because if he's really into you, he will do that. And then when you're actually on the date, that's when you can sort of have those situations where you're connecting and you're, getting together and making that stuff happen. Because truth be told, a lot of guys do not really, they're not really into having super long conversations on the phone and texting back and forth a lot about a whole bunch of, different things. You understand? Especially if you're dealing with a guy who's busy, a guy who has a lot of things going on. He's more of a get to the point type of guy. So, it's like, hey, we meeting up or we not meeting up? Are we doing this or we doing that? Like, he doesn't need to technically chat back and forth, texting, for hours or calling you and on the phone with you for hours. You understand? And usually that's a sign of a guy who really has nothing going on. And you most likely don't even want to deal with a guy like that who's going to be chatting on the phone with you for 2 hours every day. You understand what I'm saying? Now, another thing that, I want to bring up is that you have to understand that a man, he doesn't necessarily need the type of communication that you're talking about as far as over the phone and text and all of that to to figure out if he likes you. You understand what I'm saying? Most likely he's going to know that while he's having the interactions with you face to face, which is why I was saying if you hit him up or if he contacts you, it's more so going to or should be about you guys getting together in person and talking, right? And also what I was saying that you can sort of hit him up probably here or there. So let's say, for example, you went on a date on Monday and you haven't heard from him all week, and it's like going on Saturday now, or Saturday night, going on Sunday, and it's about to be basically a week since you've heard from him. And then at that point, it's okay to, send him a text like, hey, what's going on? What are you up to later this week? We should get together. Something simple like that, right? Now, if you went on a date on Monday and then Tuesday comes and then you feel like, oh, I should text him and say, hey, what's up? How you doing? And then Wednesday comes and he hasn't texted you and you're like, hey, what's up? And blah, blah, blah. And then Thursday comes and you're just constantly sort of trying to get that connection or that situation where you and him are going back and forth. You understand? And the thing is that you said you were trying, a girl would be trying to figure out if he is right for her. And, the way that you figure that out is when you are having those interactions, those natural interactions with him, meaning it's not forced. It's not you texting him 5 times to try to get a response. It's him calling you or texting you saying, hey, I would like to see you this Friday. And you're like, all right, cool. Let's do it. And then y'all see each other Friday. And then that's when you figure out if he's right for you in those moments. You understand? Another thing I need to say is that, a lot of times men will interpret how you respond to going out with them as you being interested in them. So what a lot of women will do, and I've seen this happen plenty of times, and this is what'll mess you up, so make sure you don't do this, is that if a guy plans a date with you and then you flake on him for, whatever reason, like I understand things come up in certain cases, but unless it's an emergency, do not flake on him. Go on the dates, because by you flaking, that's going to make it seem like you're not into him, and that's going to sort of break that connection. Now, the last thing I want to say is this, and this is very important, and this is, something that a lot of women probably won't want to hear, but this is very important to know, right? Now, I'm going to explain what my next point with a line from a rap lyric by this rap artist named Fonte. I think it's from this group called Little Brother. And I think it was him that said it. It was either him or one of the guys in the group. And they said this line where they said, I want a girl when I want a girl. And when I don't want a girl, I want a girl who understands that. I'm going to say that again. I want a girl when I want a girl. And when I don't want a girl, I want a girl who understands that. So what does that mean? So that means that when you're dating these men, there's going to be times where they're chilling, doing their own thing. And so they might not necessarily want to have those interactions that you are trying to have in order for you to sort of, get to know him in that fashion, or you feel like you need to contact him because you want to know what's up. A lot of times guys don't want that. So what happens is that when you text them and call them and you're doing that to try to get that connection, that's the thing that scares him away. And that's the thing that makes him want to run away, because he's like, yo, I don't feel like dealing with that right now. Like, why does she keep calling me? She's called me the past 2 or 3 days. And, we just went out twice. Like, relax. You know what I'm saying? So, and what he means is that he wants to be able to hit you up on his time to set something up for you and him to get together, right? So a lot of it has to do with being able to be patient and chill, and then be able to be receptive to when that guy returns your call or texts you to make something happen. You see what I'm saying? And the thing is that's hard about this is because you're wondering, oh my God, does he like me? Does he not like me? What's going on in this and this and that? But a lot of times by you being paranoid about that and by texting him and calling him and doing all this other stuff, that's going to make him run away, versus if you're just relaxed and chill. And then let's say you don't hear from him for like a week or something. Yeah, you can give him that one call and say, hey, what's up? And thinking about you. Let me know when you're free. and then leave it at that. And then if he's into you, he will give you that call. And y'all will see each other. You don't have to text him, call him, do all this other stuff and go all crazy. And then when you're trying to sort of have that connection and figure out if he's right for you or whatever, you do that in person when you're on that date. You feel me? So it's that balance to where you're not going all out, texting, calling because you feel like you need to do that in order to make that connection to figure out if you're feeling him. You don't need to do all of that. You just need to lay back. If he's into you, he'll give you that call. If a week or so has gone by, he hasn't called you, you hit him up, just once, say, hey, I would love to see you again. And then if he's into you, he will make that date. He will call you and make the date. If he's not into you, you probably won't hear from him again. You understand? But you do not need to do a lot of extra stuff in order to have him like you or for you to let him know you're into him. You understand? So that's pretty much it. If you ladies have any more questions, make sure you click the link below. Also, make sure you go to MrLocario.com and get my ebook, It's Your Fault You're Single, Tips on Finding Mr. Right, and I'll holler at you later. Remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. I'm gone. Now, before you turn off this video, I want you to do two quick things. One, I want you to click the link below and send me your questions. If you have any questions on dating and relationships, I'll make a video about it. And two, I want you to click the link under that to get my free audio program, 7 Highly Effective Steps for Finding and Keeping a Man. And I'll talk to you guys later. Remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. I'm gone.